You know, when Maria relapsed, it seemed like she fell farther down into the hole. She would disappear for longer periods of time. We wouldn't know who she was with, where she was, until she finally ended up almost all the way across the United States. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, Lord, I know what Maria needs. How are you going to bring it to her? And it was just like he's talking to me, just right, and he's saying, it's time. And if you don't step up, she's not going to make it. I think that was the thing. You have to step up or she's not going to make it. I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay, so we're rolling.
Within a year of being born, my mom decided to walk out. I got really close to my aunt. She was like a mother figure to me.
Divorce has a really devastating effect on kids, and I was very concerned for her. Her future was probably going to be different with a single dad and not having her mom in her life. My brother was a great single dad, and he really put his daughter first, and they did everything together, and she was a pretty content child.
So that left just me and my dad for about 5 years. My dad got remarried to my stepmom, and that was a very toxic and abusive relationship.
Yeah, we did notice a big change in my brother and all of that with that marriage and that household, lots of conflict. And the school was getting called in a lot. There was reports of things going on, and nobody knew what was really happening.
She was very abusive on all fronts. So mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually. I honestly thought I was going crazy because abuse would have taken place, and 10, 15 minutes later, she would call me out and she would have me sit next to her. She would be like, "Why are you upset?" And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, what just took place?" I was really scared to really say much around her, so I would reference what just went down, and she would be like, "I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened."
And by all outward appearances, she seemed to be doing what a lot of young people do. Then some hard things happened between her and my parents and some people in the family, things that are commonplace when you are in an addiction. I think people were afraid of it because you realize they're not them, and you don't know how to help, and you don't know if they want the help.
My first introduction to substances was cocaine. I was an assistant manager at a restaurant. There were workers, one in particular, he would have parties all the time. And this is when I got introduced to opiates. After work, I find myself going over to his house with, a group of people, and it was like an escape for me. At that point, I was hiding, addiction. And so I ended up moving back home. I ended up dating another guy, still in addiction and trying to hide it. At this point, I was moved from doing prescription pills to now I'm doing heroin. I was very much like, I was done. I was just so chemically dependent that it was like I couldn't see a way out, because I knew I needed help. I just didn't know how to get it. Like I had, my drugs, and I remember looking at it in my hand and I just started sobbing. And I just said, "Lord, I can't do this on my own." My aunt, I get a text and she's like, "The Lord is working." She's like, "I really need to talk to you." She's like,
I'm coming home in a few days to Columbia and I want to talk to you. And your dad. God told me it's time. You're ready, aren't you?
Oh, she's like, I just feel this pull that you need to go to Serenity. You need to be a part of Serenity.
She just looked at me and started
Sobbing because I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I was heard, like he heard my prayer, like you know. He heard my cry, you know. That was a very profound moment for me. Since our last meeting, I was still in school and I finished the semester with a 3.9. Being a full-time student and then also knowing that I was gonna have to work probably full-time to be financially stable, I was able to obtain full-time employment at Carm Thrift Store as an assistant manager. And I love being able to interact with our customers and really stand before them and say, hey, you know, when you do shop here and when you do round up and when you do the things, you're investing in somebody like myself. And then I was able to obtain housing, which is wonderful because it's been my dream. When women show up to Serenity, it's because they've gotten to a point of understanding that something's got to give. And like everything that they have tried to do is just not working. And so there's something within them that's tugging at their heart. And it's like, you've tried everything else, so why not give the Lord a chance? I really believe the Lord equips people at Serenity with all the things that they need to be successful in life. And that looks different for everybody. When I went home to Serenity, I had women that were waiting for me and they were just like, how was your day? And you know, like you're able to process these things with them. And I think at Serenity, you kind of take that on as like an identity. You're a Serenity resident and you know what you're doing. You're there, you know, because you're trying to heal. You're there because you're trying to get your life back.
She's the person I recognize her. She's that little girl that we all knew, only she's grown and beautiful and strong and she's back in school, honors list. God does restore the years the locusts have eaten.